Hello, Aussie Ferocity. Welcome to another interesting episode of Oz Radio. This is your host, the Master of the Sandy Loopy Legend, and with my new and exciting co-host...
Hi.
TF2.
Hello, I'm Wheatley. This is the part where I vaguely entertain you with online ramble.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Barely entertain them?
Well, vaguely, possibly, quite possibly. Who knows yet?
Don't tell me you've got a Theosaurus in front of you now.
No, I'm just staring at the ceiling, in all honesty.
Really?
Yep.
Is that moth still there?
No, the moth I threw out the window about 15 minutes ago, but Edward Scissorhands and Jack Skellington are both sitting over my shelf watching me with a very forlorn expression on their face.
Ah, there you go. The only thing we need to do now is Sonic to zoom by in a split second. It'll be perfect then, won't it?
But I won't be able to see him. He's moving too fast.
Exactly. You're not supposed to see him. He's a blue blur, remember?
How am I supposed to see a blue blur in the middle of the night?
Ask Batman. I don't know. Anyway, so this is my new co-star who you are going to get the privilege of getting to know today, so if you see him around the forums or on the games, make sure you make him feel welcome. Otherwise, you'll be dealing with me.
Hello.
Anyway, we'll get right into things. We'll have a little bit of an interview with Wheatley later on, or Rythmear, as some people might know him as well. That's right, isn't it? I said it right, didn't I?
Rythmear? Yep, pretty much.
There you go. Oh, well, that's the problem with multiple usernames. You have to be known by them.
Yeah, well...
Anyway, we'll jump... And since it's our new guest star, I'll have our new guest star the privilege of the main news. Off you go. You got the notes in front of you.
All right, then. Well, as you well know, that there was a fairly major Team Fortress update on the 28th of March, which had a new special feature for items and weapons. The strange parts, most delightful. I know I'm personally a big fan of those, you know, being the strange weapons hoarder that I am, which allows you to do things like counting heavy weapons guys brutally murdered, enemies killed while being popped up into the air, you know, the amount of people who've actually headshotted, which I'm pretty sure every sniper and their dog is going to be clamoring to get.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's been quite good, and of course there was the update a couple of days ago, which added those 3 utterly pointless hats into the game. Which, I got to admit, I see some fairly unhealthy habits coming our way from those ones. But you know, it's a good novelty idea. That's what
I've got to ask.
Yep.
Pointless as in they have a pointy top, or pointless as in worthless?
Pointless as in it's a hat which you will receive for one day, and then it's given to somebody else the next day based on whoever. It's the 3 hats. One of them you are given for winning the most jewels in a day. One of them is given to you for giving out the most gifts in a day. And one of them is given to you for buying the most stamps to support map creators in a day. And while I'm all for buying stamps to support map creators, because those guys work bloody hard on those things,
yeah,
I can
they
tell
do.
you right now, the hats are only given to you for one day, for 24 hours, and then they are removed and given to the next person. There's no proof that you ever had the hat in the first place. So basically, you're just going to be wasting a load of resources for something which is going to be there for not much long time.
Oh, but don't forget, these are mad gamers. They will waste resources to get 24 hours of one of these hats.
Please, mad gamers? Of course they're mad gamers. These people are paying 2 earbuds for a strange huntsman, which will be worth like 8 keys in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll let you stick to the economic side of TF2. I just like to kill people.
Yeah, I try and avoid it wherever possible, but unfortunately, as a collector, I kind of have to. I have to pay at least some marginal attention.
I'm not a collector, but I do like my characters to fit a style. That's why I got my new Troll Scout, a new pink whoopee cat with purple confetti.
Ah, so you managed to actually get that one, did you?
Yeah, and I renamed it Pinkie Pie's Party Hat.
Fantastic. Well, you already know about my desire to deck out my entire collection with orbiting planets so that I can prove that I am, in fact, the center of the universe.
Oh, the center of whose universe exactly, may I ask?
Everyone's universe. They may not realize it yet, but that's them. If they go into the center of the galaxy, they will find me.
All right, while we're on the subject of TF2, ladies and gentlemen, and honoured viewers, and ladies, gentlemen, and dare I say other,
especially
anyway.
Ladies.
Hey, down, Fido. All right, the new VHS upgrades are on the server now. We've got new hails, some new abilities for existing hails, new skins, especially the DJ Pinkie Pie, which you have to have Sparkle is it sparkling accessor? Yes, or self-made? Which.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say which I do, and the new DJ Pinkie Pie is rather funky.
Nice. I've just been told by Solarflare today that the next time I go on to Hale, I will have access to the alternate skin for the Candyman, that swashbuckling pirate fellow.
Ooh, do you have a sparkling Candyman?
No, I have a self-made Candyman.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I also have self-made Penis Cupcake, but I don't actually know if there's an alternate skin for him yet.
Well, if they do make an alternate skin for him, dare I say I have a guess at who it should be?
Who?
I'm thinking it is probably the Incredible Hulk gone wrong, maybe?
I don't know. What would the Incredible Hulk's ability be? I don't really see the Hulk eating people, or indeed slowing down.
Good point.
I personally have already said that I think that if Wheatley gets an alternate skin, or an alternate character, it should be the ex-musician Dr. Steele. Just because not only is he known for constructing robots, but he even has a perfect set of lyrics to go for his introduction and his rage speech, especially his rage speech.
That just gave me an idea.
Yeah?
I have to say, I've thought of an alternative for Penis Cupcake. Pac-Man. Well, he eats things, doesn't he?
Yeah, I can see that.
You can see that?
I can see that, especially if during his rage he turns into Mrs. Pac-Man.
Well, he will just... Maybe he can have a special ability that during his rage there's lines of dots to people so he can follow the dots and gets a speed boost to you. What do you reckon?
That would be rather evil. It'd be quite fantastic if you actually did have a line that just pointed you to the nearest player and you're just like...
Jump, jump, and if you follow the line you go faster, jump, 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 jump. It's like Pac-Man.
Yep, that's the plan.
So, yeah, there's also extra upgrades. Some new items have been tweaked. Some of the unusual abilities and also new game mechanics have been implemented. One of which I'm not a fan of. They got rid of Toxic, which I was a big fan of, and changed it to, Razor Sharp now. Yeah. So instead of just being killed instantly, you now bleed to death. So you do have a chance to find a dispenser or a medic to live, if you can find one fast enough.
Oh, yeah. Well, personally, I actually like it a lot more I like it a lot more like that, because... with Toxic, the problem was you couldn't get close enough to do any kind of melee damage, and it was really unpleasant when there was, lag or client interpolation or whatever that.
Well, isn't it the same problem that soldiers face when fighting Mirror? Is the whole idea is some classes are supposed to be disbenefited when that happens?
Well, yes and no, because at least with reflecting, or rather with Mirror, there's a way that you can get around it. You can shoot splash damage at the ground. You usually have a secondary melee weapon or something. A secondary or a melee weapon, and if you have the melee weapon, you can at least still do damage. If you're facing off against Toxic, then, I don't know, it's always been a terribly overpowered, unusual ability.
Yeah, true. Especially when you're vinyl scratching and you sit there and dance with everyone where your dance partners disappear to.
Yeah, or if you're playing one of the more recent additions to Hale mode, specifically Octavia. Toxic Octavia may as well be called, you dead now.
Well, the only thing I hate about Octavia is, since I'm an Atomizer Scout, if they want to get rid of Atomizer Scout, they just sit there and triple jump us to death.
Well, yes and no, but they're never going to be able to triple jump you to death in the length of that taunt. They're much more dangerous to soldiers, Demo Man, and let's face it, if you're playing Nucleus, fucking everyone.
That's true. I spend the whole map just hiding. I get a few shots and hide, because you can't... I mean, yeah, you either go out there and do damage like normal and die in the first taunt, or... live to fight another day.
Yep. As far as Nucleus is concerned, Octavia is the new Christian Brutal Sniper before he got horribly broken and nobody seems to want to fix him.
Oh, they fixed him.
They did fix him.
They did fix him. He's been fixed.
So you can't just swipe your melee weapon to get out of the taunt now.
No, you can't. You swipe your melee weapon, you still charge towards him.
Oh, I'm extremely happy now.
Oh, don't tell me you're going to start going Christian Brutal Sniper again.
Well, maybe yes, maybe no. It depends on the map, really. I prefer to either play the Horseless Headless Horseman or or Trixie, but fun story. The prize still has not been won yet. It's been months now, and still nobody has won the prize for the Headless Horseman fighting against me.
What's that prize?
As you well know, I give out strange weapons anytime someone inflicts the most damage against me when I'm playing as whatever boss. But when I'm playing as the Horseless Headless Horseman, no one has actually beaten me by killing me yet. Like, they can time me out or something, but they've never actually killed me. So, I'm offering a prize, which is, honestly, to veteran players, probably not that important. But as a status thing, go for it. Basically, I got myself a second unusual Headless Horseman's head taker. And I renamed it and gave it a custom description, basically saying that it will be a trophy to whoever can actually kill me when I'm playing as the Headless Horseman. So far, nobody has actually won it.
I actually started something similar the other day. A few days ago, because I'm such a troll scout, normally the only times I die is via rage or when the Hail gets a speed booster and sudden death. I'm hardly ever killed just normally, so I issued out a challenge that if people can kill me under conditions where things are normal, so no speed boost and no rage, then I'll hand out strange weapons. Out of 60 matches, only 2 people got me, and they had to really Goomba stomp me and really try to get me. So, I might whip up a few unusuals and custom tag them for a trophy. May as well, eh?
Good times.
Good times, huh?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, really, really good times, eh?
Yes. Good times like... No, I better not finish that sentence. No, go ahead.
Anyway, I've got one last bit of news to convey. I did promise that I'd have John Cum, the lead creative director for Super Monday Night Combat, on this week, but I haven't been receiving emails back from him yet to arrange a time. He has said he would do it, but I just haven't been able to arrange a time with him yet. So, probably in the coming weeks, I'll be able to get John Cum on the show, the creative director for Super Monday Night Combat, and we'll get to ask him all the juicy questions about the game, and a bit about what he does too. So look forward to that. I know I did promise him this week. I'm terribly sorry, but as with all things in this industry, well, I can't sit here and wait 3 weeks for the next show. The show must go on.
Well, you can't hold it against him. He's probably just hanging around backstage with Pit Girl, and let's face it, who can blame him?
Oh, I thought he would have been hanging backstage with Megabev. She's cuter.
With who?
Megabev. She's cuter.
I suppose it's a matter of opinion. I still have a soft spot for the assassin, but that's just because I like junk in the trunk.
Well, I have to admit, I splurged out $20 the other day, and I got her the gold costume where she's wearing nothing but knickers and a bikini.
Oh, what?
And she glows.
Who?
She glows.
What?
Yeah.
What the bloody hell are you talking about?
Oh, the new Super Monday Night Combat. Have you played the new one?
It's
in beta.
Bits and pieces. Like, I only played it a couple of times.
Yeah, well, it's a new character that got introduced a few weeks back.
But you can, buy custom outfits?
Yeah, you can.
What?
You obviously need to play a little more. Ooh.
Quite possibly. But then again, playing Super Monday Night Combat would require me to not be playing Team Fortress 2.
Ah, that's true. That's true.
And every second I'm not playing Team Fortress 2 is another second that I might miss the opportunity to get a Crate Series 40.
Fair enough. Well, there you go. If you got a Crate Series 40, Rythmear here's after it.
Seriously. Properly after. I already have the Man Treads and the Holiday Punch. I need the other 3.
Yeah, you want the Huntsman, don't you?
I would like the Huntsman, I'll freely admit, but out of the 3 remaining ones, I actually want the Sapper more because, career spy.
You mentioned on the forums that you met for lack of better terms, a scammer the other day, hey?
He's somebody who I've met before, but I'd never really had much to do with him until the dealings with him when he got a Series 40 crate. And at first he basically just came on to taunt me with it, but then he actually unboxed it, got a Widowmaker, and decided he would sell it to me. And, I was more than happy to buy it off him in a perfectly amicable transaction. But then, of course, you open up the trade chat, and all of a sudden you're greeted with a warning, which says, I'm not going to tell you his real name, but I'm referring to him as Mr. Suspicious. It says, Mr. Suspicious was recently banned and is currently on trading probation. Mr. Suspicious may not be trustworthy.
Sorry, I have to interrupt, but you posted the whole chat on the homepage of the forums, and he basically kept going, well, I'm the trustworthy one and you're not.
Yeah, I never did quite understand that. I mean, think of it's like, Actually, no, I'm not going to make that comparison. That could very easily derail in a horrible
I was
match.
gonna say it's like a convicted drug dealer saying he doesn't do drugs.
Yeah, I was going to go with child molester, but I think drug dealer sounds a lot better.
If you're under 13, run for your life.
Pretty much. But yeah, I just feel like it's a very simple warning to all you people out there. If you are inherently less trustworthy than the person you are dealing with, you will have to cut them some slack. If they have a good reputation, and your reputation is lacking, accept the fact that you are in no position to be making demands. None whatsoever.
Ooh, well, if you want to read the story of that, you can check it out on the front page of the forums if you want to get into that yourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
One last thing I'd like to say. I'd like to thank Credulous for providing such an awesome picture to go at the top of that article. Seriously. That guy has some crazy good Gmod skills.
I wish I could even draw, let alone do Gmod.
Oh, man. Good times.
I can't even... Well, I can draw a stick figure. Does that count?
I've done some fairly terrible drawings in my past. Most of my stuff is based around writing and photography.
Well, about the only thing I can draw professionally is maps, actually, but minus that, I can't draw squat diddly.
What the... Oh, I see what's going on here.
What?
Yeah, very good. I was wondering why some of my DeviantArt icon pictures had been changed to pictures of cats, and then again I remembered that it's April Fool's. And if you move your mouse cursor over any of the icons of the pictures that have been changed, it pops up a window which says mandatory cat education and provides you a random fact about cats. Hair loss in cats can be caused by excessive scratching from flea infestation, allergies, or other skin irritants. And the other one is, cats not only purr when they're content, but also when they're frightened or in pain.
Just to let you viewers know, it is April 1st. This show won't be posted for several days, maybe tomorrow if you're lucky. But we are recording. Since we're going April, I will make quick mention of this. I got Razar good after midnight last night. After midnight, he's a huge fan of the new Avatar series that's come out. So I hyped him up for 5 minutes saying the whole first season had been leaked, and then sent him a link that said Happy April Fool's Day.
That's just cruel.
Hey! Why not?
I can only assume that link you sent me earlier when I was asleep about My Little Pony's third season, first and second episodes being leaked. I can only assume that was an April Fool's, but I didn't actually look it up.
Would I do such a thing? Yeah, I've been tricking people all day. I've had fun. It's my favourite day of the year, so I enjoy April Fool's Day every year.
My favourite...
It's the only day.
Whoop, sorry?
It's the only day I really get to let loose and have some fun.
My favourite day of the year as far as getting to let loose is Halloween, because it's the only day when I can actually get dressed and go out and nobody raises an eyebrow. Unlike every other day of the year where I get dressed up and go out and people go, "What?"
But you go dressed as Mr. Umbrella Man every year.
Yeah, I go Umbrella Manning wherever I go. It's generally good fun to hear what people's reactions are to that whole thing.
We'll get into the question time now.
Mm-hmm.
We have no new emails this week. Damn you Slack viewers, send me some emails. I would love to read them out in the show. Mm-hmm. Hint, hint. But I do have a few questions. All the guest stars, and well, technically you're a guest star today / co-host, so you do get the questions.
Sweet. I think it also means that I can interview myself.
You can? Quick, ask yourself what your favourite cartoon is.
All right. Wheatley, what's your favourite cartoon? Oh, shit, man. It's a different one depending on what time of life I'm watching it. Could have been a child, could have been a teenager. Well, okay, what's your favourite cartoon series now, you blithering idiot? Oh, shit. I'd say it'd probably be a toss-up between Futurama or quite possibly Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. What can I say? I love Myron Reducto. He is a man after my own tiny heart.
Tiny heart? Don't you mean no heart?
Oh, please. Have you seen my Spirit of Giving in Team Fortress 2? It's so big it's bursting out of the frame.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Sheesh, mine's like a little blip.
Well, yeah, but that's because my one, before the update even came out, my one had 500 gifts given out.
Not bad.
Good times.
Alright, the next question is, and I get to ask this one because, well, I want a turn. What is your favourite game?
Shit.
of all time.
I could respond the incredibly easy cop-out and just say Team Fortress 2, but in all honesty, just because I play Team Fortress 2 all the time doesn't actually make it my favorite game. Mm-hmm. And it really does differ depending on what the actual style of game is. I think asking for one single favorite is a bit cruel, but honestly, I think I'd have to break it down into a top 3, which would be Team Fortress 2 for multiplayer aspects. In terms of sheer enjoyment, I really love Psychonauts. I've always been a huge fan of Psychonauts. I shit you not. I adore that thing. It is absolutely wonderful. But, shit. As far as just game that I love, I'm going to have to pop open the old Steam library here and double check to make sure I'm not missing something that I might otherwise not have said. I do love Bastion. I thought that had an amazing soundtrack and a fantastic ending, and I give proper credit to any game that can actually bring me to tears, and Bastion managed that with spades to spare.
Fair enough.
Dear Esther was good, but I would describe it as more of a interactive poem than an actual game.
Yep.
I seem to be one of the few people in the entire universe who thinks that Skyrim is massively, massively overhyped and is not nearly as good as everyone seems to say it is.
I haven't even played that one yet, but anyway.
I really like New Vegas, but I'd never call them my favorite. Love Half-Life. I have always loved the Half-Life games. Yeah, Killing Floor is alright. Mass Effect is alright. Magic is alright.
Come on, I asked you for one game here, not a list.
I know, but it's hard to pick just one. Shit. Well, I think you know what? If we're just going to go with favorite game, the one that I just keep coming back to and playing whenever I feel like just having fun with something, Star Wars Jedi Outcast.
Oh, well, there you go. Something tells me you're the kind of person who likes to choke soldiers and throw them off the edge.
Oh, choking soldiers is alright, but in all honesty, I actually prefer having crazy, insane lightsaber fights with people. Me and one of my friends used to use the cheats to spawn extra enemies and freeze them in place, and then unfreeze them all at once and see how many we could take down before we got horribly, horribly murdered. But, yeah, actually no. Sorry, I've forgotten there. No. I do love Jedi Outcast, and I would easily call it my top favorite game from that genre. But it's also tied in place with the entire Hitman series, because I'm a huge fan of stealth.
Alright, well, dare I ask what your favourite character of any game, movie, or cartoon is?
Favourite character? Well, Sasha Nine's pretty cool, but he's pretty one-dimensional. Whoa! Ah! Yeah! Fuck! Get out! Get out! Get out! Fuck! Get out! Out! You! Hang on a second, Loopy.
That's the moth, isn't it?
No, it's not the fucking... Fucking hell. That's going to be a good part of your podcast, isn't it?
Oh, that's why I normally tell anyone in my house that I'm having a live session on. They don't come in.
I'm alright. He left. I shoot him out. He's gone. Alright.
I think this is going to be the funniest podcast to date.
Sweet Jesus. I heard something pattering through my room. And
what was it?
Gone. I'm in the middle of a podcast, Dad. I can't talk. Hang on with you. I heard something pattering through my room, turned around, and there was a huge fucking dog in my room. He walked in through my side door. Needless to say, I freaked out more than a little.
Is that dog normally part of the family?
No, he is not. I have no idea where he came from. But, needless to say, my door is now closed.
Maybe it was Lassie.
Oh, quite possibly. No, favorite video game character. Getting back on.
Or cartoon or movie, anything.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm gonna have to go with. As much as I do love The Spy, I mean, don't get me wrong, The Spy is totally a man after my own heart. I'm gonna have to say Sander Cohen from BioShock.
Ooh, that was a shocker.
Well, what can I say? I like him. I also respect the fact that he's the only boss, villain, character, whatever, in that game who you don't actually have to kill.
Yeah. I've actually had a few people in TeamSpeak and a few people around ask me why haven't I said my favourites yet? Because a few people have actually asked me, so I was actually saving it for a special show later on the year. But I'll tell you what, if you wish to have a guess what my favourite cartoon, character, or game is of all time, email me in. You might be able to win a good prize if you can guess correctly. And I'm giving no hints.
Yeah, I promise, you're not going to be receiving any hints from me either, because I'm just going to guess it's Pinkie Pie, but that'd be way too obvious.
Well, of all time, Pinkie Pie is a favourite character of mine standing at the moment, but not of all time. So that's one hint. It's not Pinkie Pie.
Yeah.
I do have a few characters that I've loved over my whole lifetime more than Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie's only 2 years old, if that.
Yeah. If I had to pick an old nostalgic character, like one not from recent years, it would have to be Mr. DiMartino from Daria.
Fair enough. Well, it's out there. If you think you can guess mine, email me in and have a crack at it. I might even shout the winner a new game on Steam. You never know.
Indeed.
I'll organise the competition details later on, but anyway. So, tell us a bit about yourself since you're here. We want to get to know you a little bit. Since you're going to be the co-star, they have to know who you are a bit, don't they?
Well, absolutely. Well, the first thing you should know about me is that I really detest incredibly vague questions. But if I had to go with just a basic summary of myself, I'm a young gentleman who was born and raised in Newcastle. I'm very much steeped in the theatre scene around here, whether I'm doing the technical things like sound and lighting and prop construction, or whether I'm actually doing the actual performing and what have you. I absolutely love to perform. I can't get enough of it. When I'm playing somebody who is not who I really am, that's when I feel most at ease, most enjoyable. And I've done everything from classy and sophisticated things like Richard III to totally absurd, strange, surreal things like walking around a festival dressed as an old woman with huge saggy tits, looking for my baby with who is. Well, I say my baby. He's actually the same age I am and probably bigger and beefier and more hairy than I am, but he is also walking around the festival wearing a diaper and a sailor hat.
I think you were safe from the old woman costume and the diaper and the hat.
Oh, absolutely. Especially because I kept going after people and saying, Eric, have you seen my baby? He's dressed in a sailor outfit, but he's not old enough to be in the Navy.
And I thought the one time me and a few friends went as the Incredible Hulk trio to a costume party was ridiculous. Me being the Incredible Bulk with the power to squash you in one sitting.
Oh, mate, you don't know half the things that I've been a part of.
Oh, something tells me that's a story for another time when the recording button is switched off.
Good times.
Oh, always. Always good times.
I seem to recall that one of the proudest moments for me in of my theatrical life was not doing a sound and lighting thing, and it wasn't even actually acting in anything. It was when I was watching this really, really beautiful piece unfolding on the stage in front of me, and the audience was utterly captivated, and by the end of it, it actually brought a couple of them to tears. The two actors on stage were acting their little hearts out, and it was absolutely wonderful. But the reason I loved watching it so much was because I wrote the script for that particular piece, and seeing it so successfully put on was just...
I've done a script or two for school plays in my past, but nothing major like that.
Oh, this wasn't a school play. This was for an actual performance that we did called. And prepare for this because it's a fairly long title for a show that we did. It was held in one of the local theatres. Sweet Songs of the Glorious End, post-apocalyptic waffle kitchen and vaudeville house. Come along, bury some apples, and get yourself a fancy hat.
Knowing yours, it was an umbrella.
Yeah. Well, actually, the picture that was for the advertising thing, the pamphlets and what have you.
Don't tell me.
The picture was actually gas mask and top hat.
I knew it, Umbrella Man. You're going to have to tell people about that one episode later on.
Oh, absolutely.
Save that. Let's keep them guessing. You can say that next time, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see, eh?
Perhaps.
Oh, we like to keep people guessing here at Oz Radio, don't we? It's like 20 questions. It's like 20 questions. You want to buy a vowel?
Well, whatever. Actually, no. I'm not going to make reference to that either. In case there are younger viewers listening. So please, let's continue.
Oh, you've already blown that out of the water.
Oh yeah, earlier on when I used the F word, that was fun.
Oh, you've done a bit. Well, no, I've got this all recorded. Remember?
Oh yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy the part where I start freaking out to kick the puppy out of my house.
Oh, it sounded good on this end, I tell you. It really did. Do you reckon I should... How about this? I'll make you a deal. Pay me $20 and I'll edit it out.
Nah, I'm good. I don't mind knowing that I shriek like a little woman whenever I'm confronted by a strange animal in my room. It just reminds people that I am in fact sane.
If you dress up with an old lady with saggy tits, what else can you do?
Yeah, pretty much. It wouldn't be.
Don't worry, I've done worse. Don't worry, but that's for another time. I'll let you in.
Yep. No, trust me, it wouldn't be the first time there's been a dangerous-looking wild animal in my room. We used to have fairly nasty-looking possums around here, and you think possums are totally adorable and totally sweet until they start hiding in your cupboard and jumping down and putting huge scars on your leg. Then it's not so fun.
We have a terrifying Shih Tzu here who loves balls.
Mm.
If you grab two of her balls and start juggling them, she'll woof at you like she's going to bite your arm off.
I'm sure there's a "that's what she said" somewhere in there.
Anyway, we'll have to wrap this up because we are going over the half an hour mark. We don't normally have a time limit, but we do like to keep things on time around here, roughly.
Of course.
So if you wish to email me or Rythmear here, you can get us at ozradio@aussieferocity.net. And you can just address the email to whoever it is. I'll pass it on to Rythmear over there for him, no problem. But we have no new emails this week, so if you wish to get them out, you can do so, because we'd love to read your emails on the show, wouldn't we?
Oh, yes, absolutely. There's nothing like pulling apart people's spelling and grammatical... addressing the highly important topics that they've provided us with for the coming weeks.
Really?
Yes. And
I do have a special shout-out. I will be putting this on, actually. Dave, anyone here know Davo by chance? You know Davo, don't you?
Yeah, I know Davo. Well, I know the name Davo.
Well, Davo has kindly provided us with a new background picture for the YouTube.
Oh, wonderful.
Account. So it's a simple little picture, but you know what? He was the only one kind enough to answer my request last week. So if you're watching a very look at the picture, that was made by Davo. So shout out to Davo Year1. Thanks for the picture, buddy.
Oh,
I'll be using it for a while.
That Davo, yes, the man who Here's a fun fact for you out there, if you're listening out there, Davo. Every time your name appears on my screen, I actually say to myself, and I give 10 nerd points to whoever actually knows what this reference is. Every time I see your name, I say, Dave over yeah!
Well, we're going to start a nerd point counter now, aren't we?
Yes.
Oh, we might start something like that up, actually. You don't know, but I don't know where it's from.
Good times. I'll tell you after the podcast is over.
I bet I can get you on a few, but anyway, yeah. So if you wish to email us, drop us a line. All the information will be in the description underneath, including the notes for the show and the email address. So you can guess. We do like to answer questions. Any question you want, or if you want to help out in any way, if you want to just drop us a line, let us know what you want, be our guest.
Absolutely.
We love to hear from you here at Oz Radio. Anyway, this is the Master of Insanity, Loopy Legend, and his new co-host. Enter name here.
Yep, Mr. Wheatley, right here.
This is the new Oz Ferocity team. Now I've got actually someone to call a team. Right. Or maybe 1.5 members. I don't think you can get quite counting just yet.
Oh, boy. Good try.
Oh, fun times ahead, eh?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
But give it up for the new co-host of the show, Rythmear, a.k.a. Wheatley. Yeah.
You can't see it, but I'm doing a little dance in my chair.
How can you dance in your chair?
Well...
Unless it's on wheels and you're spinning around 360, wrapping the cord around your neck and about to choke yourself.
No, it's just the upper part of my body that's dancing. And let's face it, I'm a lot more animated when I'm dancing than Commander Shepard is.
Well, at least it beats pixel art, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, this is the Dynamic Duo signing off, and we'll catch you next week when hopefully we'll have David come. Maybe Leon next week. We'll have to see who I can arrange to get on, because Leon has put his hand up to do a show with us. So we'll have the Commander-in-Chief with us next week, or David come. So we'll have fun ripping one of them. Interviewing one of them next week, hey?
Providing valuable questions and insight for the viewers out there.
Oh, plus useful information. Let's just be honest around here.
Take care of you people.
Take care. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Adios.